I am so proud to show you my own creation for fish burger recipe. What a wonderful, delicious fish mixed with spices and herbs, and you won't believe how delicious it is. Let's get started. I'm going to start with about 2 pounds of mini portabella mushroom. Portabella mushroom, when you roast it, it gives a very nice flavor of almost a steak. And since this is a fish burger, I still wanted to give it a nice flavor, not spicy, but tasty. I'm gonna start by washing the mini portabella mushrooms. I'm not using hot water because I don't want to start a cooking process, but I would like to rinse them really well and then drain all the water and place all the mini portabella mushrooms in a baking pan, and then it goes in the oven for about maybe 15-20 minutes at 450 Fahrenheit. While the mushrooms are roasting, I have time to prepare everything else. I'm using a codfish. So this is a white fish. You can use salmon, but then the flavor will be more of a salmon flavor, which will change. If you use a white fish, there is an advantage to it because the white fish will basically absorb any flavor that you give it. So I chopped the white fish. I have about 2 pounds of white fish. And to the fish, I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Give it a good mix just to make sure that your fish is really absorbing as much as possible from the lemon juice. And remember, it also rinses the fish and cleans it a little bit more. And that's what we want. For the next step, I am adding all the pieces of chopped fish to my food processor, and basically I'm just grinding the fish. I don't want it to be creamy texture, but I want it to be grinded enough, soft enough that we can make patties out of it. To that I'm adding 1 egg to help with the binding, and the egg will also help it grind a little bit better. So make sure do 1 piece at a time. Don't overload your food processor. Give it the time that it needs. Make sure to stop the food processor and scrape everything from the walls and put it back into the bottom of your food processor to make sure that it's grinding everything. Then I transfer everything to a bowl in which I will be adding all the rest of the ingredients. Now it's time to chop 1 onion. Chop it to small pieces as much as possible. So the onion is chopped. To make sure that it's chopped enough, I'm adding it to my food processor without rinsing the food processor. That's okay. We're gonna mix it with the fish anyway. And I'm gonna let it grind it a little bit more, maybe 6, 7, 8 pulse to grind the onion, to chop it a little bit more, and then I transfer it to the same bowl where the fish is. The mushrooms are ready for us. They are roasted really nice. Not only that, the roasting extract more liquid from the mushrooms, and that's good. Now I'm ready to transfer them to the food processor for a perfect grinding. Be very careful, the mushrooms are really hot and steamy, as you can see at this point. And remember, the mushrooms, especially now that they are roasted, they dried out a little bit because of the roasting, but they still contain a lot of water. But they contain liquid that will help with blending it with the fish. Now it's time to grind them. And every once in a while I would stop, scrape the walls of the food processor to help blend all the large pieces. Wonderful. The mushrooms are grinded really nice, and it's time to add them to the fish mixture. You can see that the texture of the mushrooms is probably very small crumbs, but it's not totally pasted. It's not a paste. It's really very small crumbs of roasted mushrooms, which is exactly what I wanted to get. Now I'm gonna give it a good mix, trying to blend the chopped onions with the mushrooms and the fish. Wonderful. Now let's add the rest of the ingredients. I am chopping 1 cup of parsley and probably a half cup of cilantro. This will add so much flavors and texture to the burgers. Now I wanted to share with you a good tip. I buy the parsley and cilantro and any other kind of herbs. I buy them fresh, of course. But after washing them really well with cold water, I chop them before I put them in the freezer. This is my best tip for you so that you never run out of herbs when you need them for specific recipes. And so when I take them out of the freezer, they are ready for me. They don't even need chopping, but then if I would like to chop them even more, it's so much easier. And then here I wanted to show you my next tip. This is my garlic chopper and masher that I purchased on Amazon, and oh my God, I love this one. Look at that. I hardly touched the garlic itself. It's a wonderful way to peel off the garlic in a few seconds, and then look how easy it is. All you're doing is really just rubbing the green silicone with your hands, and look how easy it is. It's peeling off the skin, very easy, and that's it. My garlic is peeled off, and now it's time to show you the second part of this amazing set, because I love it so much. And by the way, I have a link for you in the description box where you can purchase this garlic set right from my Amazon shop. So this is the slicer. This is where you just slice the pieces if you want to slice them. It's amazing. Look at that. All you're doing, you're scraping the garlic with your knife, and that's it. You have slices of garlic, and you did not touch the garlic itself. After I slice them comes the second part, and the second part is the garlic masher. This mashes the garlic. Look at that. It really dices the garlic. As you can see, all you're doing now that the garlic is sliced, you are pressing the screen metal right onto the garlic, and what it does, it crushes the garlic. That's amazing. I love it, and I didn't touch it with my hands. This is how easy it is. Again, if you would like to purchase this one, it's in my Amazon shop for you, and I have a link right below this video. Beautiful. I'm loving it, and my hands didn't touch the garlic. That's beautiful, really beautiful. And there you go. Look at that. We all know how hard it is to get rid of garlic smell. And by the way, if you love garlic and you chew on it, a good way to get rid of the smell is chew on parsley leaves or chew on celery. This is the best way to get rid of garlic smell after eating garlic. And I'm one of these garlic lovers, so yeah, great tip. So I added the mashed garlic into the fish mixture, and now it's time to add our spices. A 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric goes in, and I also have anywhere between 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon salt. Use your judgment. Remember that some fish are more salty than other fish, and I intend to put too much salt. So to be on the safe side, I'll add a little over 1/2 teaspoon. Then I'm adding 1 teaspoon paprika and a quarter teaspoon pepper, or use your judgment if you would like it more spicy. And now I am adding a spice blend that's called Montreal steak. It's a nice spice blend that will work for any kind of meat. But I am using it on fish, so let's see. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon, and I don't want to add too much, but you know what? Let's add another teaspoon. So 2 teaspoons all together, and that's it. These are our spices, and it's time to give it just a good mix. You can mix it with a spatula, or if you really want to get in there and mix it much better, why not use a glove? So here, I gave up on the spatula and I'm adding a glove, and here we go. So spatula goes to the side, and I dug my hand and mixed it really well. Give it a good mix. Now for the cooking. I decided to spray the pan with olive oil. I don't want my burgers to be too oily, definitely. Remember, low carb and healthy. Now there's 2 options. You can use an amount of half cup, or you can use a quarter cup. I'm gonna give it a try with both. I started with the amount of a half cup, and let's see. Oh boy, this is giving me a very large burger, and that's okay. If you want to serve just one large burger, half cup amount would be good. As you can see, I am just giving it a little pat, making sure it looks all together, and then place it in my pan. By the way, the heat is about 200 Fahrenheit, not more than that. So I would say it's more medium to low, anywhere between low to medium. We want to make sure that all the spices are blending nice, cooking nice, all the herbs, the fish and the onions are cooking nice and releasing nice flavor. Beautiful. It looks to me like a very large burger. I think next I'm gonna try the quarter cup. Well, the half cup really looks like a big giant burgers. So here is my quarter cup. It looks really nice, to be honest. I like it actually even better than the half cup amount of mixture. So yeah, they look really nice. When you're serving the amount of a quarter cup, I would say serve 2 of them. Okay, so my fish mushrooms burgers have been cooking for at least 5 minutes or so, maybe 6 minutes, and it's time to flip. Be very careful when you're flipping. As you can see, I'm using 2 spatulas. Um, 2 spatulas will work best because you don't want the burger to fall apart. Remember, we only added 1 egg. There's no need for more, but still you have to be careful with the flipping. They browned really nice. That's good. They browned nice. I am being very careful. Yes, make sure that it's cooked on the bottom side before you try to flip. And here again, just pay attention to how I'm flipping it. I'm not touching anything with my hands, and that's good because remember, they're very hot. And that's it. And now let them cook for another 5 to 6 minutes on medium to low heat. We don't want to raise the heat. Remember that it's fish, and fish needs less time for cooking. Okay, time to flip the little ones, but you can see they're actually not that little, and they look really good. And again, this was an experiment for me, trying a half cup or quarter cup of the mixture. For me, the quarter cup is the winner at this point. Oh, the aroma in my kitchen is beautiful. What can I say? This is amazing. That's it. So about 6 minutes, 7 minutes maximum for cooking, and look at that. This is beautiful. I'm going to serve it for today's dinner with a nice fresh salad and some fresh fruits for the dessert. And I have to tell you, This is beautiful. Oh, I wanted to show you the spray that I'm using is a Crisco olive oil. And I really like it. I like it because, as you can see, I didn't use too much oil, gave it a little bit non-stick spray, and it worked perfect for my fish burgers. Once you place them on a plate, let them cool down, and then you can heat it up for 1 minute right before serving. But I have to tell you, I already ate one. That's why you see one missing there. And they are delicious. I am really loving my new recipe. This is amazing. So for all of you that are looking for healthy, really healthy and low carb recipes, especially if you're not a fish eater, I recommend that you try this recipe. I truly believe you are going to fall in love with it just like I did. And if you would like to check out my cookbook, I am adding the link to my website right here on the screen and also next to the recipe in the description box. And you can purchase my cookbook directly from my website. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe and join us for more. And if you have any question, please leave a comment. I would love to connect with you. And I look forward to see you in my next video.